There we go. We are already recording.
All right, we are recording. Welcome to Unguided Punks. I am your host Dominic here with my host Rob.
I am back, baby. I am still not Cameron Belts, are you?
Yes, Cam is still lost in the abyss right now, but we hopefully will find him soon. Rob, it has been 2 weeks since the last time we have last seen each other. How are we today?
I am physically, at least, very ill, and I am physically very tired.
Mentally, you're probably also tired.
Mentally, I'm actually doing all right. It's just like it's been kind of boring. Only, it's just been work and then work and then work. It's like,
I know what you mean. I've been going through food poisoning, so that's why we
oh,
couldn't. That's why we couldn't do last week's show. Unfortunately, was I actually had got food poisoning the day of the show, and it
I
also
mean,
sucked because I couldn't go see Spider Man, which I had my ticket for the next day. I had ticket for opening night of Spider Man, and I couldn't get to see Spider Man, which I was very, very, very upset. But I am going to go see it tomorrow.
okay, so no
Very,
spoilers today.
I've been spoiled the post credit scene.
What was the post credit scene? I forgot.
And I got spoiled the end with him and Ned. That's the only thing I will say because I don't want to spoil it for anyone else. And I'm very upset that I got that scene spoiled for me because I hear it was actually a really, really nice scene, and I still
It
might get
was.
a little touched up in the theater. But I'm very upset I had to miss that movie last Thursday. But I had to take care of myself first, which now I am back to 100%, which is at least good.
That's what we want.
So before we get to WWE, I do want to touch upon LeBron because the last time we spoke to each other, LeBron had signed with the 76ers.
Yeah, I think we just touched upon it like really quick, really vaguely. We didn't really give any in-depth analysis on it. And
Well, no, because it didn't come out. So I was looking,
did it not? Are you
it didn't
sure?
come out. Yeah.
I feel like it
I-
did. Or did we just like
We were just
uh
talking about what do we think LeBron is going to go, like where we think he
okay.
will go. But we actually didn't talk about it. So to pull up our good friend Shams, the deal entailed that LeBron James is signing with the Philadelphia 76ers to a 2-year, $8 million deal with a player option.
So he's essentially just going to win.
At this
That
point in his career, that's, I guess, what he wants. But if I was him, I still would have stayed in Golden State. I mean, he's still home with his family. Granted, they could still be able to win, but I don't think they would have been able to reach the finals.
I mean the thing with Golden State is just not a good team, and you're overly reliant on a Steph Curry that's quickly getting worse due to age, and Jimmy Butler who just came back from an ACL or is still injured. And yeah, I don't think he's back until at least November, December. And then you got Porzingis as well, who's injury prone. Green, who's not been the Draymond Green that we know from 2020 and whatnot. But I'm like, it's risky. It's risky. So I understand LeBron wanting to go to the quote unquote best option for him because I don't think the Knicks want him.
I
Uh,
think the only other spot, and I also said this when we had Colin on, was Miami. I think Miami would have been a fine spot for him. I mean, you would have had him and I guess not power forward, at shooting at small forward,
he'd probably be a small forward over
or
there.
even point guard. You have him replace Davion Mitchell, and you put in like Wiggins and um, who else am I missing? It's all from Miami, Giannis
Bam and
and
whatnot.
Bam and whatnot.
The thing with Miami is that they are a question mark. They need a couple more guys before they quote unquote get competitive. The Sixers is more straightforward compared to anyone else, honestly. So I understand the move. It's just it's annoying that it's Philly, you know.
Now, with him in Philly, do we see Philly being the best team in the East, or do we still see them as like, or do we see them as a possible like 2, 3, or maybe a 4?
You have to figure it out. You definitely have to figure it out because with teams like these, right? It's not like 10 years ago, let's say with the Warriors when they had KD and whatnot. This team is a bunch of guys that all want to be fed. They all want to score. So who's gonna do the scoring? Who's gonna do the passing? Who's gonna sacrifice essentially
We already
for
know
the team?
Embiid's going to be doing the passing. Let's be honest here.
I didn't hear you.
I think that Philly does have the option of going to being nice. I could see them going to the second, but I realistically see them as a third or fourth seed because I think that the Knicks and I think that Detroit are going to be as good as they were last season. I think the only decline you might see is Boston, but even Boston, I think they'll still be a six seed. I honestly see Boston as like a six seed this season, and you see Toronto jump the rafters, jump the rafters, have them be at least like five or like even four. Just like I feel like depending on how Toronto plays, that just depends on Philly playing, like how Philly plays.
I mean, I'll get back to Boston later, but my thing with, like I said, the 76ers is that if they don't figure it out early, they are going to be messed up. They are going to be fucked. Because I think one guy, because we know Edgecombe is going to get put to the side of it. He's going to have to focus on the defense. He's not going to be scoring that much this season, but he's going to be a good defender. Who's going to sacrifice? Who's going to say, okay, I'll accept taking 15 points instead of my usual 25, And then that's not going to be LeBron. LeBron's going to be like, no, I'm here to finish my career. I'm here to win. So he's going to want to score. He's going to have to do what he knows how to do. Embiid, this was technically his team before Maxi decided that he wants to take the keys and drive the car. And JB, he came out of a potential MVP season and he's like, yo, I'm that guy. So one of them is going to have to sacrifice. And I am excited to see who that will be.
I was just about to say that who's going to be the one to sacrifice for this team?
Because I think the one that sacrifices is going to be held to highest teams by the fans and by the league in general. So good luck to Philly. I trust that they will be a good team. Like you said, maybe a third seed, maybe for me, just because they have to take that time to figure it out. But otherwise, good luck.
I see them as a three or a four. I definitely do think, depending on how Cleveland is this season, you really can see.
I think Cleveland is going to be the same thing where they have a good regular season, but their off season is just going to be a mess. So,
yeah, I mean, other than that, there's really no other like thing Shams has reported on.
I mean, maybe not Shams, but there have been reports that maybe, and this came out like earlier this week. I mean, by the time we're filming this, we are Wednesday. Steph Curry and the Boston Celtics have been
talking,
mingling. There has been rumors,
but they're not the other team that Steph has been talking to apparently.
Yeah, so Steph is essentially looking to leave Golden State, and understandably so. He's in his last couple of years, he just saw LeBron leave. He's like, "Hey, I can still compete? Can I go win?" And Golden State doesn't seem like they want to win
now. The thing with Curry is that if he goes to Boston, then that makes me. It's like now with Mitch. Now I have to hate Mitch. Like I'm always going to love Mitch, but now I have to hate Mitch because he's on Boston. With Curry, it's a different story because Curry is one of my favorite players of all time. He's Colin's favorite player of all time, most likely, since he's a fucking Warriors fan. I definitely know it's Colin's. He's Colin's favorite Warrior. But that's the problem I have with current NBA. One, this is a small little gripe that I do have, and I've had it ever since I was a kid when I first started watching. Is loyalty. I feel like loyalty isn't a thing anymore in the NBA, and we do joke around with the whole loyalty of like WWE, like WWE, AEW, that whole loyalty. I feel like with basketball it's different because with basketball it's that certain player that made you a fan. Like, like a Denver Nuggets fan. I'd say like a Denver Nuggets fan, for example. A Denver Nuggets fan, they probably got into Denver by watching Melo and AI. Now, yes, while AI came from trades with the 76ers, Melo was at least drafted by Denver. And then he ended up going to the Knicks. That's like, you understand what I'm trying to explain here, Rob?
My thing, I understand what you're trying to say, but my thing with Curry is he spent his career there.
He has.
He joined an awful Warriors team, made them a dynasty, and now it's like he's in his final legs and he's trying to compete. He wants one more, but they're telling him, no, He's been loyal. Are they loyal to him now to give him the right pieces for him to win? Granted, Jimmy Butler, they gave him that. They gave him Porzingis, good players, and it's unfortunate the injuries, but at the same time, it's like you're not really restarting the process. We don't know where Jimmy Butler is going to come back to. We don't know his level. We don't know what Porzingis is going to come up to.
We don't. Yeah, exactly.
Draymond, you had to get rid of him. I would say at least 3 seasons ago. Uh, you got this young guy. I forgot his name.
Yaxel Lendenberg.
Yaxel, there we go. Yaxel.
Lendenberg.
You just got him. Can't you have him and Curry build around him, get rid of those guys? The thing with Curry as well is he has a big contract.
He does have a big contract.
He has a massive and he has an option for the next 2 seasons after that. That is insane. It's like 60 million in both years. And I'm like, if you're really trying to compete, you can't compete in Golden State. And if you do want to compete in Golden State, you're going to have to relinquish that player option, and you're going to have to essentially take a smaller contract, maybe a veteran contract, just like LeBron did, and they start rebuilding for like the season after this one. But for now, you put yourself in a weird situation, you and the organization, because what's the move here? Do you want to compete? Do they want to compete? Like, it's a bit lost. They're a bit in a mix where they have no idea what they want to do. So, for me, does he go Boston? Maybe. Let Golden State pick up Paul George. Like, it's a bad contract both ways. So at least with Boston, he competes. And then Golden State can tank with Paul George. So it's up to him.
I mean, speaking of Draymond did return. He signed a 1-year, $27.7 million deal, and it was actually the same. The contract was actually the same Green opted out in, because that was supposed to be like for them to try and go get LeBron. So he just ended up agreeing to the contract he was supposed to get.
But that's the thing again, like because of Curry's contract, suddenly it's like these other guys got to take smaller money, and it's like they don't really want to do that. And Curry isn't going to be competing for the next like 3 or 4 years if that's what the Golden State head office wants, or front office, not head office, sorry. So it's a weird situation. I don't know what he wants to do. Golden State, they clearly don't want to compete. They've got their like decade. They're good. They're just going to restart after Curry, but is it going to be this year, or is it going to be in 2 years when he accepts his player options? So
it's definitely. I could definitely see a whole. I don't know. I could definitely see an entire just. I can just see an entire world where Curry just retires as a Warrior, and I think that's what he wants. I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's what he wants. I guarantee. Yes, I know he wants to win, but at the same time, I feel like Curry's the type of guy that he's going to be like, you know what? I've done what I've done. I've won what I've won. I just want to retire happily and then just be at peace with, I feel like, in a sense, Curry is this generation's Kobe, and the way now, you're looking at me like this, Rob. The way I'm saying it is that while Kobe, he was winning, he was winning, he wasn't, he wasn't, how do I put this? He wasn't the top player. He wasn't the top player like he once was.
Oh no, that's definitely fair. Like, by the time the Lakers were quote unquote the team to beat, they had to bring in Shaq. They had to bring in like all these guys, and Kobe wasn't. You could argue he was top 5, but he'd be more closer to 5 than he would be to 1. You know what I mean? So it's like Curry is currently maybe the 10th best player in the league. Like if we do a list, like it's not in order, but Jokic is better.
Jokic, Wemby, SGA, Brunson. You can even
I don't know what Brunson. It's you can argue it, but Anthony Edwards, Cade,
Luka.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're around that like 8,
you could even
9, 10
someone
position,
even made an argument that Kawhi is better than Curry right now.
I would argue it. Yeah.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I think Kawhi is just fantastic.
So that's the thing. Like you can compete with Curry. He's like, we're saying he's top 10 players in the league, but at the same time, it's like you have to put the players around him to compete. He's not going to carry that team to the final. He can't do that anymore.
Now, just
Same thing with LeBron. They can't.
The last thing I want to slide for the NBA talk, and it comes to this top 10 thing. Can we say that Spider is a top 10 NBA player right now?
Ooh, that is actually a good question. Because we'd have to do the list. So, Cade, Shea, Luca, Cade, Shea, Luca. Why can I think?
Anthony Edwards.
Anthony Edwards, definitely. Jokic. Kawhi.
Wemby, Kawhi.
Giannis, maybe. I don't know if Giannis.
Do we still want to put Giannis in that conversation? Can you put LeBron in the conversation?
LeBron and Curry are. That's the thing. Like you can argue for them to be in the top 10, but at the same time, I look at other guys and I'm like, they are more effective than these guys. Like Jason Tatum, I would argue before his injury, especially, was top 10. Halliburton before his injury, I would argue was top 10.
I mean, I hate to say it because of who he is and what he did to us last year, but I would sit here and say that I think Tyrese Halliburton is a top 10 player in the league.
So that's the thing. Like Spider, I don't think is top 10, but then you'd have to argue: are you taking out Curry for that, or are you? It's such a weird situation. Like you'd have to go between all the per 36 stats and everything. Like, and I don't like. I'm not a stat guy, I watch the players. What was the saying?
You visualize.
No, there was a saying for it, like a meme for it. I'm not a stats and number guy, but I'm like that boy nice.
That boy, yeah, that boy nice. Yeah.
I'm that type of guy. I just watch the games and I'm like, okay, he's effective, he's good, he does what he does, and I don't care about the stats that much. So that's why I'm still kind of high on Zach LaVine, quote unquote. I still think he's a great player.
I mean, LaVine's not the worst, but I wouldn't say LaVine is the best either.
But the numbers guys will tell you he's awful. It's like
I would say I'm a bit of both. Like I look at the stats, but I'm more like I gotta watch and see the player first. Like that's why I feel like that's why for me, like when I first watched basketball as a kid, that's why Tim Duncan. I didn't know any stats or anything as a kid, but Tim Duncan, I knew from once I first saw Tim Duncan play there. What was I watching? I was watching some Spurs game as a kid because they had it on after a Knicks game. Well, first time I saw Tim Duncan playing, I immediately knew this guy is one of the best basketball players of all time.
Yeah, it's like guys like that, they're always interesting. And that, you know what? In the top 10, I would probably put Cooper Flag as well, bro. The second half of season that he had last year,
he was
up there, bro.
Really nice last season.
This season, he can really push that Mavericks team. So I am excited to see it.
Well, yeah, because Nico was gone. They didn't have any bullshit that Nico was pulling. I was watching a video today, and Nico Harrison deserved the hate that he was given. Like, granted, he drafted Luka, he drafted Brunson, went to go get Porzingis.
He got to stone that man. They literally got to stone him, bro.
But he had no idea what the fuck he was doing, and he didn't understand. And I was watching the press conference with when he traded Luka, and he's like, "Oh, I didn't understand what Luka meant to the fans." I'm like, "Bro, how did you not understand? You saw many people chanting Luka with his jersey in the stadium. Like, you saw how he made 6 All NBA teams."
Things like these general managers and front office guys, they're kind of disconnected from the fans. They only care about how much money we're bringing in, how much this and that we're doing. They don't really see what the fans are saying online and whatnot. They don't care. Almost.
And this all happened because Luka decided to have a beer after winning the fucking Western Conference Finals. Like, bro.
It's so some people say it came out of nowhere. It's been brewing for a while. That whole Luka thing is like the reports are going to tell you, it happened overnight. Bro, it probably happened over the course of 6 months. They're talking between them like, hey, is Luka available? Is this and that? It's like, and that's how it usually goes. So.
That's how it always goes, But, I'm excited to see this season. I want to see what the Mavericks are going to play, especially now that Kyrie's back and healthy. So I'm really intrigued to see how the Mavericks are going to play this season.
Who's one team I'm really excited for?
Well, we've talked about Chicago and how fun mid they're going to be to watch.
Yeah, Chicago's going to be fun mid, but in terms of who's going to be competitive,
people are saying that Indiana could be very competitive, especially now since Tyrese is coming back.
Depends on
and they
how.
got Zubac. I mean, listen, I'm not the first one. I think that they'll be fine. I honestly see the Pacers squeezing like maybe a 10 or 9 seed.
Ooh, 10 or 9. That is. Ooh. Who's, let's say, 9 teams that are going to be better than them? Knicks,
New York,
Boston,
Boston,
Toronto, definitely,
Toronto,
Cavaliers,
Philly,
Pistons,
Cleveland,
Philly.
Pistons.
Oh, wow. You're actually right. They can actually be 9 or 10 seed.
I could see Word Miami being better than them. Could.
Yeah,
Uh,
Miami's definitely going to be better than them.
let's hear who
Definitely.
else.
They just need 1 or 2 more shooters.
Atlanta, probably.
Atlanta, if they decide to stop putting Paolo and Franz together,
And then the Magic. I forgot about Orlando.
because that project is not working. I don't think that's gonna work ever. So they're two guys that are just they're not compatible on the court.
They're
They
going to
need
be
something
sending
else.
Paulo Banchero to the Utah Jazz.
Is that the craziest thing though? Wait, hold on. You know what? You put something in my head now. Is that the craziest thing to do?
I don't know if I want to see that. I won't.
I want to take this all the way down.
Who would you send on the other side? That's the thing. Like I need the Utah Jazz as like,
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Yo, this is fucking.
all right, buddy. All right, buddy. That's NBA talk for today, yo. Leslie. We're done. We're done for today.
Laurie Markkinen. No, I got one better.
You know what? Lauri Markkinen is a good player, and I think
I
the
agree.
Jazz are serious. They can build a decent team over there. Not saying a team that can go to the finals and whatnot. They can have a solid playoff team. Someone that's gonna take, let's say, the Lakers to 7 games. Just bother them, just ruin their whole playoffs for no reason.
Honestly, you got a point there. I was gonna say as a joke, they're gonna swap Franz for fucking Kevin Love.
Hey, you never know.
Bro, they're gonna send Kevin's Love fucking vet ass to fucking Philly now just for him to play with LeBron.
It would be beautiful. I would love to see it, but no front office would take that. So let's see how it goes. You want to jump to WWE talk now?
Yeah, we were jumping to wrestling talk. I was just pulling up AEW up on my on the my phone first. So last show before Redemption. So we've now gone past Redemption and we've also gone past SummerSlam. So we're gonna start Redemption first because Redemption is the first show that we got. Just any quick thoughts before I get into the card, Rob, about Redemption?
AEW is fun. Good wrestling. I enjoy it.
Does this make you love wrestling, love the business?
I love the business. I love wrestling. I love the thighs. I love the I love the how you doings. No, how you doing is not his catchphrase. What's his catchphrase again? What was Andrade's catchphrase?
Who's?
Andrade's.
I love wrestling. I love the business.
No, he has a new catchphrase. I forgot what it was. Damn, I forgot. Anyways, ignore me.
So we had how many matches? We had 11 matches for Redemption. The pre-show had the Conglomeration versus the Lethal Twisted for the AW World Trios Championship. Just fine pre-show match. To the main card, we had a 6-way ladder match determining the #1 contender for the International Championship, which had Mike Bailey defeat Jack Perry, the Beast Mortos, Commander, Nick Wayne, and El Clone.
Hold on.
Good wrestling. Good wrestling.
Mike Bailey, just such an underrated talent. I just want to sit here and say I love Mike Bailey.
I think like the more you watch AW, the more you realize that they just got a lot of good wrestlers. And Will Ospreay always saying we're the best wrestler. He is absolutely right, man. Like these are the best competitors in the world.
Which segues to the next match that was the Young Bucks versus Moxley and Ospreay, and then tonight
By the way,
a street fight between Moxley and Ospreay.
With that match, there was a moment where they no-sold a 450 splash from the top rope, and I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Who no sold it? Let me ask.
That was the Young Bucks, but you know what I mean.
To no fucking surprise.
It's a bit annoying because you do want certain moves to be felt, and when you're no selling stuff like this, fighting spirit and whatnot, I understand it completely, but it's just like pick the moment.
I guess the next match was a double chain tag match between the Dogs and Bang Bang Gang. I heard that match was like kind of like like it was all right.
It's all right. It's all right.
My World actually beat Hikaru Shida for the AWTS championship. I like that. I think My World was really good wrestler. This was probably the first time. Oh, I skipped the match. My goat Kyle Fletcher. I will have an argument say that he can end up being AEW's greatest. He can end up being up there as one of the goats for
Oh, yeah,
AEW.
the porno star is going to lead the company for the next 10 years. I will never stop calling him that.
Listen, that porno star is one of the best wrestlers right now, if not the
He
best wrestler
is.
right now. I
Ooh,
absolutely
no,
will
no,
defend
no.
Kyle Fletcher. He is actually
He is up
such a
there.
good fucking wrestler.
He's
But
top 10 in the world, bud.
he also did beat one of the best wrestlers still right now, which is Bandito. And Bandito is actually such a nice fucking wrestler too.
He's so cool. I said it last time, but Bandito is just so cool.
He is. We had Edge and Christian. That's what we'll be calling them from now on. We're not saying Cajun Coke. I'm laying these ground rules out. Retained the AEW World Tag Team Championships against the Death Riders.
We know what's gonna happen.
Wrestling. We love this. Jericho versus Ciampa, no holds barred. Surprisingly, a really amazing match.
Ciampa is. It's like AEW makes me realize that WWE really holds its wrestlers back. Because I'm like, Ciampa's just such a great
started to
wrestler.
come to the realization of that like recently.
Yeah, it's like because I understand what WWE is trying to do, but at the same time, it's like these guys have to wrestle. Let them do their moves, let them do their spots. Because if everything needs to be viral, then at the same time, it's like you're not making them wrestle. That's not the point.
Your favorite wrestler in the world, Andrade, won the AEW National Championship against Mark Davis. We love this.
We do love that.
We love this. And he is also in a contendership tonight. I forgot against who, but it's a determined spot at the Casino Gauntlet at All In. So I forgot who he's personally. But these next two matches I'm very happy about. So Will Nightingale won the AEW Women's World Championship by beating Tekla, and we are now getting. I didn't expect it, but I'm very happy because now we are destined to be getting a match class between Will Nightingale and Sasha Banks and Mercedes Moné.
Please, let's respect that woman.
Dude,
that match is gonna be incredible. They had their first quote unquote promo battle a couple of days ago.
Did they?
You can Collision? And you can tell these two are wrestling soulmates. Like anything they do together, they just make it work, and it's beautiful. I feel bad for Tekla because she did her job with the title, but it's just when you have when you have gold like this with those two wrestlers, you gotta have to capitalize. You just gotta have to do what you have to do, and it's gonna be a great match in All In. I'm gonna be hyped. I'm probably not gonna watch it because I'm not gonna be paying money to watch that. Human monies.
We'll get to that in a short while.
I did a quick recap like before the show as well. I'm like, bro, what is this company?
But I will admit that SummerSlam was the best event this year because actually it really was. That reminded me how much I love WWE, even though there are some problems I had. I will say. And then the main event. The main event, Kenny and Kevin Knight.
Kenny keeps proving he's just one of one, really. That guy's just.
I'm still gonna sit by what I've been saying. I love Kenny. I do. I still think that he's overrated for the fact of. No, let me finish. Saying that overrated for the fact of how people glaze him for being the best wrestler in the world. Where I do think that there are other wrestlers better than him, but I will agree that he is one of the best wrestlers in the world.
I think you say that because you didn't see Kenny in his prime.
And you and Cam have told me that multiple times, which I do need to actually watch Kenny.
Kenny in his prime is just a different beast. And the only issue that Kenny has, and he said it himself on one of his streams, is like his presentation has never been the greatest. So it's like if he had the presentation that went with the wrestling, that went with all that who he is like he was gonna
Then
be
it's a different.
one. He was gonna be number one, no discussion. It's like, that's the business. Presentation matters.
So going into All In, we have both we both have world championships matches set. So we have Kenny versus Osprey, which is just going to be, I think that's going to be one of the best matches this year. And then we also have another one of the best
build
matches
up to the rivalry is so good.
Yes. And we also have another one of the best matches this year with Nightingale and Monet. So I'm very excited for that. On top of that,
That's easily 2 5-star matches, by the way, both of them.
Then on top of that, we have Edge and Christian versus the Young Bucks, the AW World Tag Team Championship match. Part of me wants Edge and Christian to win this, but part of me is telling me this is going to be Edge's last match in AEW Atlas Wrestling match, so I could see the Young Bucks winning. And I will say this right now: if Edge loses to the Young Bucks and retires against the Young Bucks, I'm going to be very sad because Edge is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. So
yeah, Young Bucks are a legendary tag team.
of course, I mean you cannot and you know what's funny as fuck too is I say Kenny's overrated, but I don't say the Young Bucks are overrated because I think I've actually watched the Young Bucks.
There's another palm tree.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. A lot of these guys, a lot of them are legend. Some people that grew up watching one company or at least not really expanding beyond what they're used to, they don't understand how legendary these guys are. Like Cody in his run away from WWE, he was legendary. He was absolutely legendary. And people don't understand why the company's pushing him so hard. It's because what he did in that period is just up there, with some of the best things we've ever seen from a wrestler. And same thing with AJ Styles when he went from TNA to WWE. It's like guys like that, you just got to push them. You just got to give them everything because they just deserve it. They're so good. They left a mark in the industry, essentially. And you can't just keep saying like, this and that. No, these guys are legendary.
Then we have Andrade, Ciampa, or Commander versus participants. So it's just a casino gauntlet match, and whoever wins it, of course, the World Championship match. So that's who it was. It was Tommaso, Commander, and Andrade. And then the Continental Cup final for the Continental Championship. Now, Moxley is the reigning Continental Champion, but he could actually lose the title in case of his elimination in the tournament. So he actually can be eliminated in this tournament, Moxley. Do I think that Moxley will be eliminated in the tournament? Probably not.
I think the Death Riders might turn on him, but I don't know if it's the right move to do.
That's the question now. Is that the right thing to do?
I don't know. I don't think so. At least not now. I think they got to build it up for a bit more.
Now on the other side of the pond, which is WWE.
Boo, boo, boo.
SummerSlam proved to me why I love WWE.
What the fuck's my diet?
But I have some problems with the show. Now, it's the same thing. So, Liv Morgan versus Io Sky.
Fuck, I gotta find more diet. Right?
Good match, good opener, perfectly fine. But why do we have Liv retain? Now, granted, Stephanie McQuarrie came back on Monday, and Becky came back on Monday. Someone said, "Oh, I think Stephanie should go after the women's Intercontinental, and Becky go after Liv." Sure, that'd be cool and all. But why not just have both women go after the title?
They're gonna go for it because what happened is I think they were just waiting for Stephanie to come back. But it's a bit annoying considering like you didn't give Liv anything to do for 100 days.
And they had so many opportunities.
Yeah, so many people you could have like put her against.
Lyra, Bailey,
anyone really, man. Like anything would have been better than 100 days of nothing. So they give her Io. Io's one of the best wrestlers, if not the best female wrestler in the world. They're gonna have a great match, and I imagine they did.
They did. They actually had a great match.
But now it's like we're back to square one of having Liv versus Stephanie and Becky, maybe. And it might be a good rivalry, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't care about Liv. Like, if this was just a rivalry between Stephanie and Becky, I would have loved it. Just Liv outside of what I think of her outside of the ring, I just don't care about her anymore.
That's how I've come down with Liv Morgan. I feel like I really don't care about Liv Morgan, and I haven't been like interested in her character because her character is legit just the same. And again, Trouble is not helping it.
Her presentation has been so bad. It's been so bad. I don't care what people say, like, oh, it's the character, it's the character. She's meant to be annoying. There's good annoying like Dom, and then there's
You
good.
want to take good annoying? Look at AJ back in 2012. That's a good example of good annoying.
That's good annoying, but what Liv is doing is just I want to like anytime I see a clip on Twitter or Instagram and whatnot with Liv, I just skip it because I don't want to hear her. Like I find her very annoying to the point where it's irritating, you know. So they have to figure something out with her character because she is capable of doing better. It's just this is not working.
I agree. The next match, which was the ChatGPT books match of LA Knight, Solo Sikoa, and Royce Keys against the Bloodline, honestly, it was solid. I was surprised. No Bloodline win, which was good. No Solo turn, which, mind you, Solo is just a fucking funny fuck, dude. I swear.
They ruined, or I'd rather say they hindered his progression by making him the silent. I wouldn't even say goofy. Like he's just a silent character that acts tough when this guy is so charismatic and funny.
I think they should give Solo a chance. Now, I say this now, and I'm 100% joking. I don't want this to happen. I already know who I want to win this year. But could you see Solo winning Money in the Bank with this character?
No.
They don't, but
I think Solo, it would be hilarious, but this is just, I think the character of Solo currently just needs to keep doing what he's doing. Annoy the bloodline, you know?
I agree.
There's nothing more you can do. You don't need to put a title on him. You don't need to.
No.
You don't need to give him Money in the Bank or give him the Rumble
But
or anything.
LA
Just
Knight,
annoying.
LA Knight delivering a BFT to Jey Uso. Jey Uso doing his best-selling performance in a very long time.
He's a tag team wrestler. We keep telling you guys, he's a tag team wrestler. Like keep him with the bloodline. Like he will be back to being loved by us if you keep him there.
Gunther versus Nick Aldis. Surprisingly, another great match.
That's actually something I watched, and I am very happy that I watched it because one, Gunther's my goat, and Nick Aldis is fucking incredible.
Shout out Oasis for Morning Glory. Dude, when I heard that, I just started clapping because that's just a beautiful tie into, of course, his wrestling persona. But watch what they're gonna do. They're gonna fucking ESPN's gonna fucking edit it, and they're gonna fucking be like, "Oh, hey, guess what? You heard Oasis, but guess what? We gotta edit it out of the fucking thing." Dude, that's his theme song. Like,
no, they're probably gonna keep it. Theme songs they don't typically touch.
I beg to differ.
Who's theme
Look at
songs they don't touch?
WrestleMania 27 entrances with Triple H and Undertaker when they used Johnny.
Oh, I mean that was like way before. Like I think they run this beforehand now. You know.
Fatal Influence versus the Bellas and Paige. Good. It was fine. I had no problem with it.
At least Fatal Influence won. That's all I care.
Fatal Influence won.
But we're really running a Bellas versus Paige rivalry in Big 2026.
Guess what? They're gonna call AJ Lee and they're gonna have we're gonna redo WrestleMania 31 with the Bellas, AJ, and Paige. That's gonna be the next. Like I see it happening. Come on.
Shout out to the 4 Divas fans that are still watching the product.
Yeah, to those.
This is for you, by the way.
Punk versus Cody for the match.
I heard it was a pretty match.
It wasn't bad, but I wouldn't say it was good. It was fine.
I have a nasty feeling that you're limiting Cody so much. Because I think this is a guy that has he's capable of so much in the ring, but I always see him do the same thing. Like at least recently, since he became like a quote unquote main eventer. And I think part of it is because he got injured a couple years ago before WrestleMania season, and they kind of got scared because they did give him the Rumble win by that time. So I think they're kind of limiting him now, and I'm not happy with that.
I let the man do what he's got to do.
Let him do his thing. You know, he's a competitor, and he will compete.
I will say, like I said, the match was not the best match. It definitely could have been better. I liked it because I thought it was an okay match, but it could have been better. Randy coming back, which was great and all. So thank God we are getting Randy and Cody's rivalry, especially now without the title. So that's what I'm happy about.
Please, please.
And then the main event of night one saw Olafemi versus Brock Lesnar and defeat Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell, which was the retirement match for Brock Lesnar. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you, Brock. You are just an incredible performer, even though you have your problems. We already know about this. But
this doesn't do anything for Obafemi, I'll be honest with
Oba
you.
is now at a stagnant point, and that's my problem. I think
What,
they
what do
should
you
have
do with
just
him?
they
What
should
do
have
you
just
actually do?
handed him that one win, and he should have just retired.
I mean, because now what's the next move? You got Obafemi
Wow, where you
coming
at?
out. You got Obafemi coming out on Raw and staring down Braun Breaker. Yeah, sure. Braun Breaker versus Obafemi. I'm excited for that, but I'm not excited for it to happen in 2031.
No, he's not talking.
I was just about to say that.
You know, I want it to happen at WrestleMania for the world title because I think a company with balls would actually do it. They would just put these two in the ring and say, you know what, fucking kill each other.
That's what we want as fans. That's what we want. We want to see these two monsters just clash.
Because by this point, the company should have pivoted. The top guys should have been Oba, Brock, Jacob, even if you want, you know, like it had to be this newer generation of wrestlers. The guys like Roman, Seth, you guys had to take a back seat, bro. Like you had to go back and just let these guys do their thing. Let them lead the new era of WWE. But again, we're
We're
stuck with this, you know.
going to night. So, do you have any thoughts for night one with anything else or not?
I just saw
Oh,
highlights on my phone and I just
another thing I do want to highlight. Why the fuck do we have a WWE and ESPN championship?
anyways, night two.
I just want to fucking crash out on this. We decide instead of having like an ECW television championship. I'm just going to use that for example because that's like a fucking. We have an ESPN championship where if you have the moment or the match of the night, are we fucking serious? If you ask me, that is fucking stupid. On top of that, ESPN, why did we not air the 1 hour? Granted, it wasn't the best 1 hour we saw for the matches. You know, we saw Liv Morgan retain, and you know, it was a fine 1 hour you could have put on ESPN. But no, you wanted to be like, fuck that, because we don't want to give free wrestling to people because fuck you guys, we want you to pay $30. Which, mind you, no one is paying $30. So either you stop the bullshit and you make this for free.
We can't start saying that to ESPN because WWE signed the deal.
That's true.
So it's like they knew what they were doing going to ESPN, and ESPN's not going to suddenly change their entire model just to cater to WWE. You know, it's like that's WWE's fault. I'm blaming WWE on that. You can't keep blaming companies for this shit.
Anyways, night two. Opening match, fatal four-way. Originally scheduled as a just one-on-one against Sami Zayn, Finn Balor. Turned to a fatal four-way by adding Gunther, but a returning go-to-mind Kevin Owens. Thank God he's back.
That was beautiful. I saw that on Sunday on my feed. I'm very happy. KO is always welcome in WWE, and he's always a beautiful sight to see.
I'm really excited to see KO versus Gunther. I think we're KO versus Gunther. KO versus CM Punk. That's been a dream match of mine since Punk came back. So
it's gonna be a fun rivalry if they let them do their thing. Like that's all I ask for, man. Don't involve Cody. Don't involve any of these other guys. Let them do their thing, and maybe have KO win the title. And if we want to do Sammy versus KO and Mania, then I'm absolutely with that. I am absolutely with that.
I agree because, like, granted, I love Finn Balor. But we already had the two Finn Balor matches this year. Sammy already lost the title to Punk, but they've also had so many matches against each other. And mind you, every match they've had are definitely great matches. And then we already did Gunther versus Punk last year at SummerSlam. So, yes, while Gunther Punk would have been awesome to see, I think Kevin Owens was just better to see because it was a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I feel like they're sending a bunch of these guys to SmackDown to make it better, but it's like the creative team has to keep up. So now we have to see where this leads to. You have Punk versus Kevin, plus Sammy on the side. You have Gunther kind of roaming around. You have Finn Balor roaming around. You have Cody versus Randy. Let's see how you build that up. Now you got Fatal Influence with the titles. Who else? Chelsea just won the title, we'll mention it.
We'll talk about Chelsea in a minute. And we had something else, which actually segues to this. Then we had Baron Corbin actually beat Trick Williams for the U.S. title. I love Corbin. I do.
I love Corbin. I don't hate the guy.
Did we need him to beat Trick?
Because, mind you,
I think
Melo was there.
the only way I will accept this is if Trick skyrockets and to a main event level spot and he wins Money in the Bank because he is now my choice this year to win Money in the Bank. I said it before it was Dom. Now it's Trick. I think Trick Williams has the possibility to win Money in the Bank this year.
You think of like Dom stocks are fucking negative. There's nothing to do with Dom nowadays.
With Trick, you just took the title off of him. So you have him coming off, and he's still super over with the fans. I think, listen, Corbin winning, I'm okay with. I have no problem with it. The match itself was pretty good, I'll admit. But I'm happy because I think Trick is now going to skyrocket into a main event level spot. So that I'm really happy about. But speaking of someone who skyrocketed, was Chelsea Green. This is something why I love WWE for. They finally had the balls to do something. Granted, it's an interim women's championship, but they are.
Can we talk about that? Like, well, what does that even mean?
So it's just the placeholder right now
Yeah,
before
but I mean,
Rhea comes back. But people are saying that Rhea is supposed to be coming back soon, and they are going to do a unification match at Money in the Bank, Rhea and Chelsea. And I'm not going to lie, I love Rhea to death. But if they do this, I think Chelsea wins it. I think Chelsea has a good ball to run with. You know, she's super over with the fans. She has such a great influence in the ring. She's a great in-ring performer. She knows how to cut a promo. I think Chelsea has championship material written all over her. I think she's the perfect opportunity to be the women's champion right now. Now you want to promote this whole new era thing, Triple H, and with these underdogs, this is how.
I just don't get why they don't take the title off Rhea. She's been gone for what, 2 months now already. She's gonna be gone for another month.
Yeah, and now it's back 3 months at the end of this month. So yeah.
So it's
well, granted, you got
90 days where it's like you're not here, you're not defending the title, you're not doing anything, and now we crown an interim champion, but the champion's gonna have to defend the title against the returning champion as soon as she gets here. And what's the fucking point?
I 100% agree.
Just take the title off of her as soon as she gets injured. Let the interim or let the new champion be a proper champion for like 3-4 months, and then have Rhea win the title back if you want. But this just feels dumb.
It does. I do say that the match itself fantastic, but Chelsea winning fantastic, but we did not need it to be for an interim title. You know what I mean? You should have had Rhea vacate, especially if she's going to be out for this long.
I don't get some of the decisions they do, man. It's just odd to me.
Now comes Rob's favorite match, and that is Danhausen versus Dom Mysterio for Human Monies on a pole match, where the winner kept the $100,000 Danhausen stole from the judgment. I can't say that without laughing. It's just fucking stupid.
I've seen some clips of Dom, and he looks so tired of this shit. Dude, like he visibly doesn't want to be on there, bro. Like he didn't even take the fraud shot properly. You know, it was like this guy's tired of it. He just came off a WrestleMania win for the IC title. He was hot, or at least he had heat, you know. And you do nothing with him.
Danhausen. You do Danhausen with him. You do Danhausen and a Finn Balor turn that should have happened about 2 years ago.
You keep him with the Judgment Day. You keep him with Liv. That doesn't do anything for both of them. And then when he goes back to AAA, he looks like $1 million. And I'm like, bro, is this what we're doing with Dom? And I saw someone on Twitter saying, like, as long as Rey Mysterio is still in the company, Dom is not going to achieve anything. And it is sad to see.
I hate to say this, but why do I kind of agree with this?
Because they're waiting for Rey to retire, or so they can have that retirement match between the both of them. But the thing is, Rey doesn't seem like he wants to retire anytime soon, so Dom is just going to be floating for the next couple of years. I just feel bad for the guy. You literally had everything. Now you're just doing nothing with him? This is so annoying, especially as a Dom fan. I used to say this guy was next up. I was saying he was going to be a world champion in 26 or 27, maybe a Rumble winner, maybe a Money in the Bank holder. I don't want to see him nowhere near that shit. I'm tired.
I told you I had Dom winning Money in the Bank this year, but now I don't even see that happening. I see Trick, and I've said Trick is also a guy I can see him winning. And also, before I get to the next two matches, did you see the report, apparently, which I looked into it, it's not true, that Jordan and Ilya want out?
Please, let them leave. Let them leave. I want them to leave.
if this is the scenario, and I want to bring up another point that's actually I saw someone else say. Grayson Waller just went back down NXT. If Shawn Michaels makes Grayson Waller look like $1,000,000, then do the same fucking thing with Ilya and Jordan. More so with Jordan, because I think Jordan has a lot left unfinished to do in NXT. She was not ready to get called up. I will sit here and say,
no. Jordan Grace was ready to get called up. She was ready to get called up the moment she left TNA. She is one of the best competitors in the world. They just have no idea what to do with her.
I think
And
Shawn
it is
Michaels had him.
insulting. No, Sean definitely had ideas.
The only problem I have is that she didn't win the NXT championship. I thought she would actually beat Stephanie McGuire for the NXT championship instead of JC Jane.
I don't have an issue with her not winning the title. My issue is you have girls like, that was disrespectful. You have women like Jordan, Joya, Stephanie, hell, JC Jane and whatnot. Like all these women, they are so good, and you have nothing to do with them. You don't have anything of note to give.
I would like a Jordan Grace versus Julia rivalry. Just have them, or even just have them just wrestle.
They punished them for wrestling. That match they had on NXT, they punished them for that because it was too aggressive. How is that a punishment? It was a great match. Oh, you're going too hard. Who cares? You hire shoot wrestlers like that and you get mad.
This is the sport, or I shouldn't even say sport. This is the art form that is known as professional wrestling. They are supposed to deliver professional wrestling for entertainment, for the audience's entertainment. They're not supposed to be doing it for you. Granted, you're their fucking bosses, but they're the ones that are doing this for us.
I do. I need a full tail.
It's like my true grievance comes with Joya. Like this is one of the coolest, most charismatic, best wrestlers in the world, and you have not given her anything to do, and you have completely cooled her off. And I just feel sad. Anytime I see her, I feel sad. I'm like, wow, what have they done to you? And I just wanted to
massacre Julia, and I hate to say it because I love Julia to death, and I was so excited when she got called up, and when she signed with us too. And those couple months of her on NXT was some fun wrestling. She won the NXT championship, which was very nice. Like, I just want to see, and we've said this last week. And we've been saying this since we started the relaunch. I just want wrestling.
Just give me wrestling. I don't care about anything else. Just give me wrestling. Because you got even women like Roxanne in the Judgment Day being a cheerleader. I'm like, I can name so many women in this current era of WWE. And I can tell you, like, bro, 10 years ago, they would have been treated better.
Yeah.
They would actually be treated better. 10 years ago, back in the Divas era, they would have been treated better.
That's another case that bothers me. Roxanne needs to leave the Judgment Day.
They need to dismantle the Judgment Day. It shouldn't exist.
I agree. Which, speaking of the Judgment Day, what do you think of Raquel winning the Women's Intercontinental Championship?
When I saw the reason, I was a bit upset. Because apparently they weren't happy with Soul.
Dude, she just got called up. Give her the benefit of the doubt. Like, that's just fucking stupid. And Bailey's not leaving anymore. She's still a part of the company.
You know, this is why I appreciate Becky so much. Becky and Charlotte and whatnot. Because they don't take shit from this company, man. They don't care. Like, Becky elevated
the two people who hate each other in real life.
Like Becky elevated the Intercontinental title. She left. The title died, and she fucking buried it on Raw. It was like, yeah, I don't care. I'm going for the world title now. Like that Intercontinental title is useless.
They turned the Intercontinental. With that promo, I think they turned the Women's IC Championship into the Women's US Championship, which is another thing too. I love Tiffany, but why can we get her versus Blake Monroe?
Where's Blake Monroe?
Same place Aleister Black was. Those dark rooms.
I'm being serious because Blake Monroe had arguably one of the greatest matches in women's history against Toni Storm. She had an amazing run. Now she's living her dream. She's in WWE. That's what she always wanted. Is this the run that you wanted, sweetie? Like, I'll be honest. Like, I can't support this. So I don't know what the long term plan is. I'll be so real with you.
I will say that I think Blake. I have Blake winning Money in the Bank this year.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but
It wouldn't make sense. Because why would you be
It
giving her
wouldn't.
that?
It wouldn't.
It's just like here, damn, you know, like that's all.
Listen, You want to know how many times we've gotten here? Damn, this year, Drew McIntyre world title reign, Sami Zayn world title reign. Let's hear what else. What's another here? Damn, we got this year.
R-Truth and Damien Priest winning the tag titles.
R-Truth, Damien Priest world title reign. Braun Breaker, quote unquote, becoming a main star by winning a tag title.
Not even the main star, bro. He's just security for Austin Theory.
The fact of the vision, we're still doing the vision. I saw a post where the bloodline that WWE is oh my gosh, is pushing the bloodline to bury the vision.
I'm pushing the vision to just die. Just fucking get rid of it because Braun Breaker's not benefiting from it. Austin Theory is a bum. Maxine Dupree is whatever, and Logan Paul is Logan Paul. So I'm like,
and where's Bronson Reed in all this? He's still chilling razor.
I want Bronson Reed to come back and fucking destroy this whole organization and be like, you know what, Braun Breaker, you either come back with me and we dominate, or I don't know, bro, figure it out because this is just bad.
Would I be crazy to say that they should have let Austin Theory do a Grayson Waller and have him go back on NXT and be a demon?
The thing with Grayson Waller is like he is so significantly better than Theory.
I 100% agree. His promo skills are better. Did you see the pipe bomb he cut last week?
Yeah, he's so significantly better than him.
His promos are better. His in-ring ability is fine. He's pretty good. I don't know. His personality is great. He's just a dick.
I don't know if I mentioned this like a couple months ago, but I said as soon as Waller gets called up to the main roster, he is capable of just dominating that mid card. And they have given him jack shit. I didn't say this. What? No. But I did say I did love Grayson Waller.
You've mentioned that you actually really like Grayson Waller.
He is a guy they gave him nothing to do. It is so frustrating.
Next match is Chad Gable versus Penta for the Intercontinental Championship. Just beautiful wrestling. Again, I love wrestling. I love the business. Chad Gable finally got his moment. Granted, it is 2 years too late. I still think he should have won in 24, but hey, I'm happy at least they're still building off of his momentum and keeping his momentum high after the El Grande match. So I'm 100% happy with that. And that was just a perfect just sense of respect between him and Penta the other night.
I mean, I saw a couple people saying they could have given them like 10 extra minutes to work with, but
oh no, they definitely did. The match was like 11 minutes, I think, or like 8 minutes, 8 to 11 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I think they could have given them another 5 or 10.
Read the sign, go.
And they probably gave like a full hour to the whole Shield War thing. So I'm like, yeah.
So now comes the main event, which is Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Now you're right; they gave them 33 minutes. However,
unexpected.
However, it was 33 minutes of professional wrestling. They put on just a beautiful match. It was a match that, from start to finish, just made me understand why I love this industry. It made me understand why why Roman and Seth are wrestling souls, because of the story between them. And it was the Shield's final chapter. You saw every stop get pulled out for them, and they really delivered on all 5 fronts. Now, yes, if this match does not get 5 stars by Meltzer, will I be mad? A little bit, not really. But if it gets at least the same type of rating as like Cena Styles did, which again, perfectly is described as a love letter to professional wrestling, this is what I will be okay with that, because I think this match is another match that is a love letter, not to professional wrestling, but a love letter to Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins' rivalry. Because then at the end of the match, they embraced each other, and you know what happened? Shield fist. They came together for the fist, and there was a mask they put in the middle between them to represent Dean Ambrose. And Dean Ambrose was mentioned on WWE TV. So hey,
at least they're done with that whole shebang. I'll be honest. 12 years? Yeah.
It has been 12 years, but I will admit, Rob, when you watch this match, I think you will really like this match because it is the perfect ending to that encapsulates. I can't even speak English. Encapsulates their entire rivalry.
I mean, I imagine I'll enjoy it, but at the same time, like, I don't fucking care anymore. This company has killed me. Like this whole Shield thing, they dragged it, and now it's like at least.
And guess what? Now Big Cass is back, Rob.
I mean, we knew he was gonna come back though for a couple of weeks now, so
it's cool. He destroyed Javon.
I don't know what the plan is. You already got.
I
like,
think I think they're just gonna put him as a mid card demon.
Yeah, but
someone
like
said
said,
as
it's
a
still
joke,
stacked. So it's like
someone said as a joke, we could recreate KO versus Seth versus Roman versus Big Cass now with the World Heavyweight Championship.
We can. Will we? Definitely not.
NXT was actually not that bad last night. Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights won the NXT Tag Team Championships, which also Miles Bourne is the NXT North American Champion, so that's pretty cool. Double champion, I like that.
It's gonna be a little fun.
Lola Vice versus Kendall Gray had an amazing underground match last night for the NXT Women's Championship. So Lola will be getting called up pretty soon. And yeah, now the only thing I know now that they're really just building towards Cruz Montana or Cruz Montana and Mike Santana and Grayson Waller and Kom Sakyam and Tony D'Angelo. So there will be a number one contenders match next week. Which honestly, if I were them, I would make it a triple threat at Heat Wave. I think Heat Wave will be fun. We have Heat Wave at the end of this month, so I'm really excited to see what NXT can pull the stops on with it. So let's see here. What is it? It is on August 30th, actually. And yeah, so the only match that is set for right now is Tony D'Angelo will be defending against Cruz Montana or Grayson Waller. But if I was them, I would make it a triple threat.
I don't know. Grayson Waller can definitely hold that title and really make it significant for a couple months. And I think he just has that charisma, but at the same time, like
Joe, you gotta read
also, I think the other guy that I was talking about, Rob, last week next to Richard Holiday was Hiromu Takahashi.
Joe, read the sign.
Yeah, I think it was Hiromu Takahashi. Yeah, to Hiromu Takahashi.
Somebody sleep.
Oh, okay.
So I
was trying to figure out what we were talking about.
People are saying that Hiromu Takahashi or Richard Holiday, because apparently Robertson was on the phone last night of NXT to a free agent, talking to a free agent. So it could have been Richard Holiday or Hiromu Takahashi. Or there's another team. I think there's a TNA free agent that's actually out there now. That honestly, will I be crazy that I think Steve Maslin would not be a bad idea to bring to this company, even though I think he is better fit for AEW because his wife is there and one of his best friends, Josh Alexander, is there. So
yeah, I think WWE should sway away from Japanese wrestlers for a while. I don't think they deserve them.
So right now it's Marseille, so Jakari Jackson, Marseille, and Jody Threat. Those were the recent departures. But there was another one who I saw. Who is it? So it's a former wrestler. Oh, never mind. So Marasati is actually supposed to be coming to TNA, coming to AEW, which makes sense because her boyfriend Kevin Knight's in AEW, so it makes sense.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. I think
right now I don't want to jump to conclusions because this all can change by Friday and then by next week too. But right now, I'm liking the current product. If the current product can stay like this, I'll be happy. Question is, will it stay like this? Probably not.
The product has been decent for 48 hours and suddenly.
But I think since Saturday, the product has been decent. So not including NXT, because I've been saying NXT has just been consistently good throughout this year. So I think that main roster product wise, I think right now it's fine. Hopefully it can stay. Hopefully it can stay like this. Hopefully, but I don't know. Anyways, there's nothing else we really have to talk about. I mean, I didn't see Spider-Man yet. I kind of want to talk Spider-Man because I didn't get to see it. I mean, Rob, what were your thoughts on the movie? Because I know you saw it.
Um, I loved it, or I liked it. I'd rather say. Um, I'm seeing a lot of people online saying this is the best Spider-Man movie ever. Ladies and gentlefolks, please let's fucking calm down.
Did we
It is a
forget
good
about?
film.
I will say, did we forget? The one thing I will say is, did we forget about Spider-Man 2? That's the only thing I'm gonna say.
I'm not even just saying Spider-Man 2, but I'm just saying it in
Did
general.
we forget? Did we forget No Way Home? Did we forget both of the Spider-Verse movies?
It's the best MCU Spider-Man movie.
Okay, so you think it's better than No Way Home? All right, that's
Yes,
fair.
yes.
That
It
I've
is.
heard. That
It
I've
is.
heard.
It is definitely the best out of the four.
Okay,
It
that I've
is.
heard, and that's not a crazy thing to say. Now, yes, granted, No Way Home is my favorite Spider-Man movie next to 2, but I will not argue if because I will be seeing it tomorrow, so I won't argue if it is better or not.
But it is definitely nowhere near Spider-Verse or Spider-Man 2. Nowhere near.
I can that's fine by me. If it's nowhere near Spider-Man 2, that's 100% fine because I think I will sit here and claim that Spider-Man 2 is one of the best Spider-Man movies, if not one of the best just superhero movies of all time.
Just top 5.
Agreeably top 5, next to like Dark Knight and the original Superman,
The Batman and
Batman, Avengers, probably Avengers, or Winter Soldier, Captain America, Winter Soldier. There we go. You don't even think Winter Soldier is a top 5, really? You think it's top 10 Winter Soldier at least?
Oh yeah, the top 10 maybe. Top 5 absolutely not.
What do you know top 5?
Because my all-time number one is the Batman. I think that is just simply the best comic book movie we have ever
That
seen.
is it's just a beautiful movie. That is just
And I was talking to my best friend, and we were kind of like mentioning the Batman 2.
Don't get me started on this movie.
It has to be nothing less than a 10 out of 10 for it to be a success. Because they can't even do a 9.5 out of 10. They
I
can't
would
do a
say
9.
if it's not like a
It
9
has
or
to be a
10.5, it has to
no,
be.
no, it has to be a 10 out of 10. They have no
It's a
choice.
movie we've been waiting. It's a movie that we've been waiting for 6 years.
They've dragged it way too long, and they've been saying, the script has to be perfect, this and that. You've dragged it, and now you're gonna have to live with it. This has to be a 10 out of 10. You have no other choice.
I agree with that. If we've been waiting 6 years for this fucking movie, it's got to be a 10.
And I don't doubt it will be a 10 out of 10 because I think Pattinson has shown that he is just a generational actor. But at the same time, it's like,
he's such a good bro. I didn't see the Odyssey yet, but I hear he is just a remarkable Odyssey.
This is the year of Pattinson, by the way. Every movie he's been in this year, he has just been on.
How was the movie with him and Zendaya? I forgot what it's called.
The drama.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
I liked it. I really liked it. The performances, the story. It's good, but the performances, these are just great actors.
Do we see? Okay, I just want your opinion. Is this a yes or no? It's up to you. Do you think Pattinson could win an Oscar for this movie?
For Odyssey?
No, the Zendaya movie he did.
Oh no, definitely not.
Who would be? Let's see. Who would win the Oscar?
If you're considering Pattinson for an Oscar this year, it's going to be for a supporting role, or it might actually be for his movie coming out later this year. What it's called, Primetime. He might win it for that if he ever wins like an Oscar for leading role. If he's for supporting role, it can possibly be for Dune. I can definitely see that. But it's like the drama is not going to win him an Oscar.
Yeah, the fucking Chris Hansen movie. I forgot about that. I forgot this movie's coming out. Yeah, I really want to see this movie.
He can definitely win an Oscar for that because just based off the trailer, he looks incredible. He looks like he's in flow state right now.
He has a good cast behind him. Phoebe Bridgers is in it. Skylar Gisondo, Matthew Mayer, Bokeem Woodbine, Anna Faris. So this is not. I'm so fucking. Jonathan Lipnicki's in it. Fucking the little kid from Stuart Little. Like this
it's going to be a great movie. I don't doubt it. And again, like I said, that's probably the movie that's going to win him an Oscar if ever.
I'm excited to see this movie. I really am excited. And A24 is doing it. And A24 is such a good fucking movie.
I'm on a A24 hate era
Really?
because they started endorsing an AI.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I'm like booing that, you know.
Honestly, that's fair.
Yeah.
That is fair. I won't.
Other than that, really, in terms of movies, like Odyssey, definitely.
I watched Mortal Kombat 2 the other day, and it's just such a popcorn movie. It legit is just such a like. Don't get me wrong. It was a fine movie,
It's just dumb fun.
but it's a dumb fun movie. But like,
It's gonna be
I'm
like
not gonna
Street
lie, I
Fighter
was
later
a
this
little
year.
disappointed. I did want a little bit more.
It's Mortal Kombat, and I don't expect much.
I will say I am excited to watch Street Fighter. That's just gonna be another just dumb fun movie to watch. I'm just really excited to watch that.
Yeah.
I gotta.
We're gonna enjoy that definitely.
Other than that, I think the only other two movies I want to go see are Clayface and Doomsday when it comes out. And Dune. I forgot about Dune, so 3. I actually totally forgot Dune is also coming out at the end of the year.
I'm not even excited for Doomsday, man. I'll be so for real.
I know you're excited for Dune.
Dune, I'm absolutely excited for that. Just visually, it looks like it's up there with what I've seen.
So far, the lowest scored movie I've given this year is
You know what? Let's do this live. Letterboxd live.
Better the lowest movie. No, so I'm actually on my little list here that I have. I'm not on Letterbox.
No,
So the lowest,
but I'll do my list as well. Like, well,
the highest movie that I've given is Crime 101, which was I forgot who directed the movie.
There's a fucking spider.
Was it Soderbergh?
I didn't hear you because someone said there's a fucking spider.
Sorry, my brother's playing Minecraft.
There you go.
The movie is called Crime 101. It has Chris Hemsworth in it, Halle Berry,
I've seen it.
Mark Ruffalo. For me, that and Obsession are my two favorite movies of the year right now.
So
The
for
lowest
Crime 101,
movie,
I gave it like a 3 stars out of 5.
really,
I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it.
I
But
absolutely.
it's
Well,
like,
the thing, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually a bit of a sucker for like those crime type of thrillers. So the lowest movie I gave was Night Patrol. I gave that a 5.5 out of 10.
the lowest I gave this year was Mercy.
What was it?
Mercy. It was a film with
Mercy.
what's the dude called? I'm so bad with names. Chris Pratt and Rebecca Ferguson.
Oh yes. Is that the one where it's like he killed his or
This one.
whatever?
This one.
Yes. I know which movie you're talking about. Oh,
Yeah.
the other movie I need to watch that I'm probably gonna give it 10 and it just came out on Stars. Michael. I need to watch Michael first.
You haven't watched?
I haven't watched Michael yet. I was supposed to go watch it and I ended up not feeling the best when it came out, so I will end up watching that.
I love Michael. I gave it a 4.5 stars. That's so good. So my bottom 3 currently on a Letterboxd for this year is Mercy, Her Private Hell, and Gail Daughtry.
My top 3 this year.
The bottom, by the way, I didn't say top. These are the bottom 3.
The bottom 3. My bottom 3 is Night Patrol, Supergirl, and Mandalorian and Scream 7.
These are the top 3 that you watched.
Those are my lowest.
Oh, lowest. Okay.
I mean, Scream 7 it's okay. I wasn't a big fan of it, and then Supergirl could have been better.
Supergirl being your lowest. I think you haven't watched that many movies then this year. How many movies did you watch?
12.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, well, 13, because I did forget. I watched the movie that came out. I got to rewatch it because I was watching when I was doing a bunch of other shit. It was the Netflix movie that came out. It had John Cena and Eric Andre in it. It's called like Little Brother or some shit like that.
I did not even watch
It's on Netflix. That's the only thing I know. That I have to watch. Another movie that's not on my list that I do want to watch next to prime time is I Play Rocky. It's based off of Sylvester Stallone making Rocky. That movie looks just absolutely incredible.
That's right. So my top 3 movies of the year, as of now, The Odyssey, definitely number one. I think that just
I
an
mean,
incredible
that
film.
movie, when I watch that movie, I'm probably going to just lose my mind. I might watch that after I watch Spider-Man. Like, I'm watching Spider-Man tomorrow. Maybe on Saturday, I'll go watch The Odyssey.
Yeah, so that's number one. Number two and number three, honestly, depends on the day, but
It'll switch around.
yeah, it's Project Hail Mary and
That's
Michael.
another movie I need to watch.
There's other movies I enjoyed, but I just think like those three are definitely
Wait, what was the third? The third one, I didn't hear you.
Michael.
Oh, Michael. Okay, I didn't watch Project Hail Mary yet. I gotta wait till that comes on streaming. Which, you know what? Let me grab the remote right now.
I think it already is though. Yeah, I think Hail Mary is already on streaming right now because it's been a minute. And honorable mentions for this year: The
I'm gonna
Invite.
check right now.
Yeah, so honorable mentions: The Invite. Um, what you call 28 Years Later, Bone Temple,
Yes,
and
I heard that movie was really good.
my third honorable mention: Sheep Detectives.
It is free with Prime. It is free on Prime, and I
Such a
know
good
what I'm going
movie.
to be doing tomorrow.
It is such a good movie. I fucking love
Wait,
it.
what was the fifth one? I'm sorry.
So I said honorable mentions.
It
Oh
was
shit,
Bone Temple. And what was the other one?
Bone Temple, The Invite, and Sheep Detective.
Oh, is that the Hugh Jackman movie?
The Invite, the Sheep Detectives. Yes, it's the Hugh Jackman movie.
I want to watch that movie so bad because I remember watching the trailer for it and I was just laughing my ass off because in the back of my mind, I was saying to myself, I don't know why Hugh Jackman accepted this movie, but it looks
So
fucking
good.
amazing.
It's so good. It actually so
The
good.
Invite. What was The Invite?
The
That
Invite
was.
is with Seth Rogen and Olivia Wilde.
I gotta watch. I didn't hear that movie then. I didn't
It
hear
is
that.
such an uncomfortable movie to watch, but it is
Really?
so good. Like
I'll
uncomfortable
look
is like
into,
you feel it, you know, and it's
I'll
honest.
look
It feels
into it because I
honest.
never heard it. I actually didn't hear about this movie. I'm not gonna lie.
It is so good, and this is Seth Rogen really going crazy, you know.
I mean, Seth Rogen, I won't lie, I'm not the biggest Seth Rogen fan, but I do like him a lot. I do think he is funny. So this definitely is something interesting that's definitely because I'm not gonna lie, you know what had put a bad taste in my mouth with Seth Rogen? The show he did on Apple TV, which I totally forget the name of the show. Oh my gosh. The Studio.
I haven't watched that. So I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty much just like an Entourage wannabe, but it just focuses more on like the studio, like the corporate studio side of things.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna lie, my brother watched it and he said, "Oh, it was pretty good." I watched like the first episode, and besides the end of them making Martin Scorsese cry, and it had Martin Scorsese legit in the corner going like this. That show, I was not a fan of.
I might watch it because I think I can get like 3 months of Apple TV for free. So.
um, you know what's funny is another movie I haven't watched that came out last year, and I have Apple TV too that I just still haven't gotten the chance to watch. Fucking F1. I still haven't seen F1 yet.
I watched it when I came back from my trip. I watched it in 40x.
Mm.
The fact that it got considered for an Oscar is a bit of an embarrassment, but fun movie.
Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I really got nothing else to talk about.
I think yeah. For today, I mean it's the period. You know, it's like it's just the start of August. There's nothing really
Yeah.
going on. So outside of maybe movies and
Yeah.
some sports season starting back up, there's
Yeah.
really nothing to talk about. So we most likely will be back again in 2 weeks as soon as you watch this, because again, there's really nothing to talk about.
No, there's really nothing to talk about whatsoever. But at least I was happy we could do this.
Yeah, definitely. And hopefully in
Um,
2 weeks we'll get Cam again.
yeah. So we're just
He is here in spirit again.
here in spirit. Just we'll edit his little tag right there in the video.
Um, if I remember.
Everybody knows where they can find you.
Yes, sir.
Everybody knows where they can find me.
Yes,
This has
sir.
been a very, very good episode. You know, it's definitely the shortest episode we've done.
Yeah, an hour
But then
something.
again, there's not a lot we could really talk about. But I think what we did talk about, we were able to get good conversations out of.
In 2 weeks, we might try to get Philippe, Vic, Raven, even
Yeah,
involved.
especially
Get a bunch of guys.
in 2 weeks. That'll be the 20. Wait, no, I'm on July down here. I forgot to change the calendar down
In
here.
2 weeks, it'd be the 19th.
All right, so the 19th will probably be. Actually, you know what? If we end up still doing the podcast. When do you go back to school? Actually, no, don't say it on there. We'll figure this out when we cut the show. So this has been Unguided Punks for this week. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Hopefully, we can gather everything by then.
Alrighty. We will see you guys. Bye.
Bye.